Give Minnesota credit. They're a skilled team. A lot of skill, high-end talent. We just made too many mistakes. We fell apart in the third period. We got away from our structure, identity, and made some mistakes. They capitalized. But it was overall a really exciting weekend. Loved the response in our group and Saturday. Great environment. It was good to see our fans there and travel. But really proud of our group, and not just the result, but it's how we played on Saturday, how we responded. Yeah, we didn't back down. We talked about being aggressive, being assertive. I thought our forward check on Saturday was outstanding. And when that starts to happen and you're on top of a team and, you can pin a team in, it creates a lot of momentum and energy, and I thought we really established that in the second period and that long change, and we were starting to out-change and where you could really see us starting to wear them out. Yeah, no question, and it's not just Taden Trembecki. We have a lot of players that haven't played at the collegiate level with the pace, the size, the strength. It's a transition, but for him to come as a freshman, I think he's going to continue to get better and better. But you can see a power play goal. I mean, that's a goal in any league in the world. That was an absolute laser of a shot. It's an NHL shot. So he has that release. It was a great play by Reed and Drayson and Stiv. They kind of manipulated the two defenders on the PK to create that seam in that lane, and it just. That's an NHL shot. Yeah, he's got chemistry. I'm really, Stiv is a special player. He's a difference maker. He's got great offensive instincts. I think, a lot of people, he had the wide open net there, and I guess Minnesota, a couple defenders, and it doesn't quite go. And it was great to see him rewarded. He stuck with it. He stayed composed. He finished the game with 3 assists. Really like where he's at, like his buy-in. He's doing a lot of things. He's playing strong. He's playing heavy. He's winning races and battles. Those are the things that he's going to need to do, from a bigger picture if he wants to be a real pro and be a good pro. Yeah, I mean, we've got to shore up and tighten up. 9 goals over a weekend is too many. I'm sure there's a few that maybe Bart would want back. There's a few that we hung him out to dry. We got to be better in front of him. And that'll come. And I think when we're so aggressive with our style of play, we have to make sure that we have a good F3, that we're not giving up chances, odd number chances off the rush, which plays right into their strength. Minnesota is a transition team. They're a very well-coached team. I have a lot of respect for Bob Motzkow and his staff, but we gotta play better defensively, and we'll continue to grind and grow. And I think the last 55 minutes of that hockey game on Saturday was a complete team effort. We're doing not just our defense, but we're blocking shots. We're committed, getting underhands at our net, playing strong, protecting our house, doing all the things that we need to do, that allow us to go on offense and create. For sure. I mean, we're a young team. I mean, we have 18 new players, new system, new coaching staff, and those aren't excuses, but that's the reality of where we're at. So there's a lot of room for growth. We're not, from a coaching staff, we're not complacent or satisfied. This is just the start of our journey. There's a lot where we can go, but to have a team respond and like that, it says a lot about the character of our group. It's a statement, but it's just the start. And now it's going to be the challenge and the bar, the standard and the expectation is to do it all the time, and that's what we're striving for. And when we get on the ice, it's a 5-man unit that has to be committed. When one person doesn't take the right route or doesn't make the right play, it breaks down. Whereas the strength of our team, strength of the wolf is the pack, the strength of the pack is the wolf, and everybody has to be committed to it. But when we are committed to doing our job and buying in for each other, this can be this team has what it has everything it needs to have a special year. Absolutely. Yeah, I would like to get back at it and play. And the other thing is not to get too high or too low. Like, it's just one weekend. We want to win every game. And, we had success Saturday, but it's on to Fairbanks. It's going to be a physical, blue-collar, it's going to be a work trip, and they're going to compete, and they're going to play hard. So we have to be prepared for that. We have to know that, and we're going to get their best game. That's a good problem. That's a really good problem. I've never seen so many first goal pucks in a weekend, but that's a really good problem to have. I think this team has depth. I really like up and down our lineup. A lot of guys that can contribute and did contribute. Probably an emotional moment that kind of hit me. I was really excited for Owen Bartoszkiewicz. I mean, people probably don't know the history that he started his college career there. And, things didn't go our way Friday night, and they certainly didn't look like they were going our way the first 4 minutes of that hockey game on Saturday. But I got a lot of belief and confidence in him. I know what he's about, and I know, it was probably a tough weekend for him going back into that environment, and just to show the belief and confidence. And then he settled down and he shut the door. I mean, he made some saves. He made a big save on Mooney on the breakaway that I think kind of cemented, because we were all over him, and that was really the only chance, or one of the only chances. And then he looked like, the puck was the size of a beach ball. I mean, he made a couple saves in the third period, glove saves that just looked really easy for him. So I was just really happy for him and that team and the response, because we challenged that group, and we had a lengthy, video session and talked about what it takes. And it's not just the result. It's just really, really excited for Michigan Tech, for our fans, our alumni. And how about them Huskies? I can't wait for, our band, the Misfits, our fan base. The Mac's an unbelievable place. It's going to be rocking. I can't wait to have a home weekend. It's a special place for sure. And I know it'll be a real big boost for our team.